Hello guys, this is Caesar Creates and welcome back to my channel! Today we are putting some finishing touches to our desert house. And I'll also give you guys a tour around the desert house by the end of this video, so yeah, this is really exciting. Finally, we are done with this project and I love how it has turned out. So this video might be very useful for you if you are struggling with some inspiration for, decorating your buildings, adding some, finishing touches to make them look good. Will work a lot of with different decorations, wall decorations. We'll add planters. And we'll also work a lot outside of this building. I will actually build a playground for kids for the first time here on the channel. So if you want to see it, definitely stay till the end. Because this playground looks really nice, and this is something that I want to build more because it is really realistic to have those parts in your zoos, like playgrounds, like I don't know, ponds, like some picnic sites for guests, some chill zones or small restaurants. And yeah, we will definitely focus more on that in the future, but today, as I told you, you'll be able to see how I create a playground. So we started this desert house here on the channel like 3 episodes ago, just after the new Africa Park DLC was released for the Planet Zoo. And we've built 3 habitats for this house. It was the meerkat habitat, the fennec fox habitat, and the gamsbok habitat last time. The gamsbok habitat is actually one of my favorite habitats in the entire zoo, so in case you haven't seen that, I will put the link down in the description and on the screen, so definitely go and check it out. So yeah, we've been busy building those habitats lately. We've built like the foundation of this desert house, and now it is time to tie it up together, like to finish it. To add some decorations, some facilities for guests inside this house, and to make it all look just nice, cohesive, and simply looking good. So please join me here while we are building. I hope that you will enjoy this video. If you watched my previous desert house videos and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider to do so. It would really mean a lot to me and would simply help my channel to grow. I would be super grateful. So as you could see, we kicked things off with creating a floor for this house. I really wanted to use the new tiles from the Africa Pack, so I changed their color into this, beige sandy color that we are using here in a desert house. I think that's those colors really match the vibe of this whole building and the habitat. So yeah, I really like it. Those tiles are just simply amazing. They work perfectly as a floor. You can obviously use them also on walls and so on, but the floor looks just perfect. Imagine if we had those when I was building entrance for the Desert Adventure Park and I had to do my own tiles, and because of that there are thousands of pieces because we decorated those huge walls with those tiles, and it would be so much easier if you had those pieces back then, those tiles back then. Okay, but we did what we had to do back at the time, and now if I ever want to use tiles anywhere else one more time, I would definitely use the new tiles from the Africa Pack, because as I told you guys, they are amazing and they're also in different patterns. So you can have just simple square tiles, or you can have those mosaic ones, which I really like. So yeah, we use those fancy mosaic tiles in the main corridor, in the main hall where the habitats are, and in other parts we use those simple ones, but I marked the edge of walls and so on with different color, just so it looks a bit more elevated or something. I also added some windows in the roof of our desert house because I wanted to have some natural lights inside of it. It was really dark and I knew that I wanted to have plants inside. So to be realistic, you need to have natural light for the plants to grow, so we did that. And now we are starting to focus on those planters inside of this habitat. I used again those tiles. I think that they look super cool in here. And I will be using here a lot of desert plants, obviously, because I wanted this inside of this house to be very themed. Like you go inside and right away you know that you are in the desert house without even reading the name of this house. So yeah, I came up with this idea of this like cactus garden. You sometimes have them, so there'll be like different kinds of cactuses growing inside of this house, and you'll have those like plates with the name of different cactuses. So that the guests can also observe and learn something about the cactuses, not only the animals inside of this house, because zoos often do it. They often have like botanic gardens inside, or if they have like an interesting species of plant inside of the certain habitat, they'll like give you some information about it, give you the name. So I wanted to like do it also here with the cactuses. In this building there will be also a lot of info boards, like different info boards with the information about the cactuses, about the desert biome in general. This is something that the zoos simply do. They give you some information not only about the animals but also about different biomes, different like regions of the world, like conservation issues of different regions. So I wanted to add this educational aspect to this house, but with those custom info signs. So you'll have different types of cactuses shown on those boards. You'll have some information, as I told you, about the desert biome, which I found on the internet. I created all of those info signs in the canva.com, and you guys are welcome to use them if you want to. I always add all of my custom billboards to my Discord server. If you want to join it, you are welcome to do so. You can join it by clicking the link down in the description of this video. And then there's a special channel with the custom billboards. You can go there, download the billboards for your zoos and use them in your creations. You are welcome to do so, and I will be so happy if you actually use them in your zoos. So besides the info signs, I also created some backgrounds for the cactuses, so it just looks a bit better, not so flat. This is also something that you have a lot in those botanical gardens and zoos. You have some backgrounds showing the natural environment of those plants and animals. So yeah, I wanted to do it here as well. Right now I'm working on something fun. I decided that I want to have one more animal in here. Those holes in these buildings are very big, so I wanted to use this space and add some other animal, desert animal. At first I thought about adding the exhibit in here, for a scarab beetle, because it has this really nice desert vibe to it, and just give the info board for some other animal, desert animal. But the exhibit is simply too large, as I told you guys in my insect house video. They are massive, so it was blocking half of the corridor, so I didn't want to do it. So I added a custom billboard and uploaded to it some photo of a desert terrarium for a reptile or something. But in this certain habitat or this certain tank or terrarium, there will be let's imagine that there will be a small mammal, a small rodent to be exact. So we have those very small mice that live on the desert. that are somehow familiar with the kangaroo. I mean, they have very like similar legs to them. They also have a very long tail, and they are called the jerboas. So I wanted to add like an implemented habitat of the Lesser Egyptian jerboas to our zoo. They are somehow common in zoos. I've seen them in several zoos that I visited, so I think that it would be like perfectly fine to have them here. Obviously, we don't have small mammals inside of the exhibits in the Planet Zoo. I don't know why, because I think that those small mammals, just like jerboas, would like work perfectly. So yeah, I decided to do it myself. So yeah, we have those small mice, the jerboas, in here as well, but you have to use your imagination and actually imagine that they are like hopping or jumping inside of this billboard, which is not moving. I just thought it would be cool to have those in our zoo. So I also created some custom billboards for the jerboas with some information about this species. You will be able to see it like later in the video. So also you'll be able to see how they are looking, if in case you don't know, because maybe they are not like two common animals, and some of you may have no idea how the jerboa is looking. So you'll be able to learn something maybe from this video. So inside of this building, I will be using a lot of those new beams from the Africa Pack, those wooden beams. I think that they look simply fantastic as the wall decorations, and they really fit to this desert style that we are going for. Also, I added them with some temple pieces from the South America Pack. I painted also those temple pieces to the beige colors so that everything is cohesive, and I really like how those walls inside this house are looking, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy it as well. Let me just quickly tell you that I really love the idea of using those custom billboards as implied habitats, just as we did in the insect house with ants. I mean the ant hill, that the guests could potentially see the ants and their corridors under the ground. So yeah, it gives you so much more diversity inside of this game. I mean, for example, imagine if we'll be building a reptile house. Right now we have only some reptiles that live in the exhibits, and also some reptiles like Komodo dragon, like those large tortoises, and also the Nile monitor and the crocodiles. But we don't have any like not many small lizards, not many smaller snakes that are really common in the zoos and are often displayed and shown to the public. So thanks to that, we'll be able to do them ourselves. I would definitely remember about the custom billboards while building a reptile house that I have planned for the zoo. I will add so many small terrariums and so on for the small reptiles, and I think that this is something I am super happy about the addition of the custom billboards, not only because of the information signs that you can create yourself and upload like I always do, but also because of those things that you are able to do. Many other creators, they also use them for aquariums, for example. You can add even a video of the fish that are swimming inside of the aquarium, and it will move and so on. So yeah, this is really amazing. Maybe in the future we'll also build something with the aquariums. I don't know, because I am not super aquariums are completely fine for me and the zoos, but I am super against the dolphins, orcas, and so on. But okay, this is still a game and you are not harming those guys, but in the real life, they don't really belong in such places, and I don't think that I want to promote that here on my channel, because I know that there are so many mods of and very nice looking mods of orcas, of dolphins, and many more of those animals But yeah, maybe in the future we'll do something like aquarium, but maybe more with sharks, if I would decide to use mods finally, because I am still like not sure about that. I don't know why I have really bad luck with electronic stuff like computers, phones and so on. I always destroy everything, and I am like quite afraid that I will download a mod and it will like destroy my saves or do something to the Elm Hill City Zoo, and then I cannot even imagine what I would do. There are still so many animals that I want to add that are in the game that for now I don't feel the need of using mods, but maybe in the future. I know that they are super popular and people who use them, they have tons of views, but yeah, just as I told you, I don't feel the need right now. Maybe I will like think about it in the future, but who knows. For now I am like perfectly fine with our implied habitats. I mean implied small tanks and terrariums using the custom billboards, and I definitely will stick to that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm using a lot of those different things from the new pack, like those new plaster pieces. I mean those like wall decorations from the plaster pieces from the new pack. I wanted to showcase those pieces a bit in here inside of this desert house, because I don't know if in different area of the zoo they would work or look cool. So yeah, I wanted to use as many as I could in here. In a second I will also add another planter with those century plants, I think that they are called. I will do very similar thing that I did with other planters, and just to tell you that I will like show you guys the work more on this side of the house, and skip a bit the other side, because it is simply like the same thing over again. I don't want to make this video too long, and you'll be able to see everything in the tour that I'll give you guys by the end of this video. I just simply didn't think that there's a point in showing you the things over and over again. I'm sure that you'll be able to figure out how I did those things on the other sides. I will, however, show you all the work that I did in this main hall where the habitats are, where the guests go to observe the animals. So we added there a lot of branches, a lot of planters again, but smaller ones, and some wall decorations, vending machines. So yeah, you'll be able to see it all in a second. And now let me just remind you again, I want to remind you guys about it all the time so you don't forget. And the thing that I would like to remind you guys about is the Kongathon 2021, which starts tomorrow, and it is super exciting. Finally, I was like anticipating for this event for such a long time, and finally we will start to act and collect money for the good cause. So definitely, watch videos from tomorrow. There will be a lot of videos on YouTube by other content creators and me. There will be some streams over Twitch. So also go and check them out if you are watching Twitch. And please donate. We are collecting money for the good cause for the Congo Wildlife Ranch in South Africa. This place has like very bad financial situation because of the COVID pandemic, and we simply need to help them, because without it they don't have any money to feed their animals. They have like 4,000 of them, and they are desperate for our help. So if you have any spare money, like even like $1 and €1 or wherever you live, just simply go and donate it. I think that also small bricks, they help to build the wall. So if we come together, we can help this place, because cannot even start to imagine what would happen if they don't have, those additional funds. So just a quick reminder about the Kangathon. I will be uploading my Kangathon video on Saturday, so definitely go and check it out once it is live. You can ring the bell down if you want to be notified when the video will be out. I am doing something really cool. I think you guys will love it, so you don't want to miss it. I really like how this thing that I did has turned out. So yeah, definitely tune in to my channel on Saturday, and where we'll be collecting some money for the good cause. If you want to join us, it would be just lovely. So yeah, see you on Saturday. So as you could see, I added some of those new columns to this building. I also now added vending machines. I did those small planters with different cactuses. I also added those badges with the names of the cactuses, if in case the guests would like to know how they are called. They can go and read how they are called. In this build, in this video, I also add some blueprints that I found on the workshop, Steam Workshop. Every time I use any blueprint, I always list them down in the description, so in case you want to use them yourself, you can go and download them. I also want to give big shout out to people who did them. This time I am using those leaflets or something that you can the guests can collect and get some information, or also this stand with maps, zoo maps. So this is a perfect spot to have them inside of the building like this. I will also use some ventilation system on the workshop. I already used it in the education center, so in case you want to use it as well, it will be listed down in the description. In a second, I will add some lights to this house. The lights are something that I very usually forget about, especially while building in sandbox mode, because I often set the time to the daytime, because I don't want, it's easier obviously to build when there's sun and you are able to see everything clearly. So I always set the time to the day. When the sun is shining, and then I forget completely about adding lights, and they are super important because sometimes you have just a cloudy, very dark day, and those houses and buildings for guests can get a bit dark inside, so you should definitely add those lights to them. I don't think that in franchise mode and so on we have this day and night sort of thing, that changing daytime, but are zoos really open during the night? I didn't know that. Most of the zoos are closed at the time of the sunset, so they are open a bit longer during the summer and shorter during winter. At least in the area where I live, when we have those days that become shorter during winter and longer during the summer. So yeah, the zoos try to adjust to it and use the hours when it is bright outside, and they are closing down when the sun sets. But here in Planet Zoo, obviously we can have the guests in the zoo during the whole day and night. Just imagine visiting the zoo at 2 a.m. during the night. Yeah, that will be a funny experience, I think. But yeah, I definitely need to remind myself more often about the lights, because I simply forget about them, and they are super important. So we'll also have a toilet here in this building. I didn't have the toilet anywhere close to it, so I thought that it'll be smart or wise to add one here, so that the guests wouldn't have to go very far for just to find a toilet. So yeah, we have one here. I obviously covered it, so I added some doors. The guests would be go through them without no problem. So this building, this toilet block is just like outside of this building, but you enter it here through this hall. And you know, I also wanted to like decorate it in fun way, so I added a lot of those tiles, just like mosaic ones, and I think that it looks really cool. After I will be done with the toilet, I will add some more info signs and also add the signs for the jerboas, as I told you. And then I will start to work on the outside part of this building. At first, I will add the ventilation system. As I told you guys, this is again something just for you know, being realistic. It doesn't have any purpose in this game, but I love how it is looking with the, you know, ventilation things and things like that. It just makes your buildings look like more natural, more like something you would actually see in zoos or anywhere else. After that, I will show you some work that I started on the curbs. I made my own curbs to the you know, paths, to the pavements. And after that, I will start to work on the playground, as I told you at the beginning of this video. So this is the first time we are building a playground, and to be honest, this is the first time that I was building the playground in this game. I always thought about it, but I thought that it would be hard and complicated and, you know, just hard to do, but it completely wasn't. I found this really nice inspiration on Pinterest for the playground that is really natural and made out of wood. I didn't want to make a plastic one. We already have too much plastic on this earth, so I didn't want to have any, you know, plastic slides or something like this. So yeah, I wanted it to look like very natural, very wooden. So you will be able to see in a second how I will be like creating it. So I outlined this playground with logs, wooden logs, and then did like those climbing things for kids. I mean, some ladders, some, you know, ropes to climb, and also we'll create a swing, a sandbox for them to play, and some other things just, you know, to climb. I was heavily inspired by this picture that I found online with creating those things. I also added some, you know, custom branches for the parents, you know, like just to sit there while the kids are playing in there, and one branch will be next to the sandbox, so, you know, the smaller kids will be playing there. The parents could have an eye on them, and I think that was something very cool. And as I told you guys, I am willing to do more of those things in the future in our zoos. So at the end, I will also start to outline a bit the, you know, this grass, this large grass field that we have like in the front of our building. Because I wanted to add some foliage in there and some trees. I didn't like include it in the video. I mean, adding those trees and foliage, you'll be able to see it all in the tour by the end of this video. I will leave you guys now for like several minutes to end the speed build, and I will meet you guys in the tour when I will be showing you all that I've built in this desert house, on all the habitats and all the things like around it. So definitely stay tuned because you don't want to miss it. Hello guys, welcome back to the Elm Hill City Zoo, and let me take you for this little tour when I will show you the desert house. So I wanted to start at the main plaza of our zoo, so you have, the perspective and you know where the the desert house is located. So let's go. Okay, so we need to take this path in here, go. By the way, don't look that way because this is totally not finished. We'll focus on that in the future. But yeah, there you have the kangaroo habitat that we've built last time. We can have like a quick sneak into this habitat, how it is looking for the guest perspective. As you can see, there are some kangaroos in here, but our main focus today is the desert house. So let's go and see it. So yeah, this is our desert house. As you can see, as I told you guys, it has this like very typical desert colors to it. So let's go. Here we have our playground that we've built like a minute ago. So you can see it, all the things for the kids to play, the sandbox, the swing, all the ladders, the branches for parents. So yeah, this is looking like this, and let's start with watching the outside parts of the habitats. As you can see, there we have our lovely fennec foxes running around their habitats in here. So this is the outside part of their habitat. It is looking really cool. I love this cave that we've built from these ruins. Like I think of them as Egyptian ruins or something. And yeah, this is how this habitat is looking from the outside. They are all, I think, now inside. So, okay, let's move on, because in here we have the meerkats. As you can see, there is one in here. Oh, something happened to one of them. I don't know what, but let's not bother. So here we have our meerkat habitat. It has a lot of those high points for the meerkats to go and to observe the sky for some dangers as they do. So there's one like here that was guarding the pack, like by standing, as you could see. Here's another one, but yeah, this habitat is looking like this from the outside. Oh, here we have one of them in here. They're so lovely and so tiny, which I love. Like, they're just perfect. Okay, and also here we have some educational info boards for the meerkats that I did myself. So here we have them for meerkats, and I also skipped the one for fennec foxes. So here we have them as well. As I told you guys before, you can download them from the Discord server, from my Discord server. The link is down in the description. So okay, let's go inside. I will start from this side. As you can see, here's our desert house, decorated with all of those beams and logs, with a lot of stones and tiles. As you can see, here's this this cactus garden with the names of the cactuses. As you can see here we have like this kind of a cactus and some leaflets with informations with the map and so on. And going further, we have this like large info board about the desert biome, so you can have a look. There are some like basic information about the desert. I really love them. I mean those two info boards. Here are like entrances to the habitats with the staff only signs, so we won't go in there because I want to give this like more guest perspective tour. So here we have like another small cactus garden, and then we have toilet in here for the guests, and some more info signs about the cactuses. So going further, we have another info sign for the Fennec Fox, and here we have a sneak peek to the shelter of Gemsbox. As you can see, it can be closed. I mean those blinds, if for example the Gemsbox want to be like left alone, or there's a small one that was recently brought to life, so that the guests don't bother it, so we can close it down. It's so cool that they are inside and you can see them right now. So yeah, let's go further, because here we have the inside part of the Fennec habitat. Oh, there's one of them going inside with all those ruins, and I love it. Here's one sleeping in those ruins. As you can see, they like this sleeping spot a lot in here, so yeah, they're using it all the time. Here's a heat lamp for them, and yeah, this is something very cool. I also have this ventilation system, the lights in there, and this is just something that we did. So yeah, here's the outside part of the Gemsbok habitat. As you can see, this one is using this rubbing pillar. I love this habitat with all those height differences, with all the fence, with all those trees. I think that it looks really cool, very realistic, and very beautiful. So yeah, this is looking like this, and on that side we have our meerkats. Oh, here's one running towards us in here. So yeah, also they have this high point in here. They have also those tunnels which they can use to go outside there, and there another one is here. So yeah, this is their inside part of the habitat, where they also spend the winter and all the colder months. So this is how it is looking. Okay, going further, we have some info signs for the Gemsbok, some vending machines, and in here we have the viewing platform that is operating during the summer months. You can see the Gemsbok from here, or they're very close to us, so it is very cool to see them that way. Like the sun is really weird. Let me just change it to a better, like maybe it will look, this habitat will look a bit different, like better with different sound positioning. I don't know what I'm doing right now, sorry. Yeah, maybe that's a thing, because those dunes and so on look a bit better with that lightning. So yeah, as you can see, they're using all of this habitat. They're going up there all the time, so I am super happy about it. This shelter is also looking very cool. So yeah, here are also some info signs for them, some branches, and this is how this habitat is looking. So let's go back inside and let me show you this side of the desert house. Here have some other cactuses, and the implied habitat or tank or terrarium that I told you guys about for the jerboas. So this is how the jerboa is looking. It has those really like funny ears, those long hind legs like a kangaroo, and very long tail. Here are some info signs for it. Where does it live? And here is the habitat for them. You cannot really see any of them, obviously, but let's just imagine that they would be living in here. Okay, so here are some more info signs for the cactuses and some other cactus species in here with some backgrounds. I really like how it is looking, and here we have some more of them in here with this info sign. And then here we are living our desert house, and this is basically it. Also, I made those trees in there and the plants, some bushes, and so on. Okay, guys, so this is basically, let me just stay here so you can watch the meerkats, maybe you will be able to spot some. So this is basically all that I have for you today. I think that this habitat or this whole building is really cool, and I hope that you guys also enjoyed that. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you want to see me build more of those things and buildings in the future. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if you enjoyed our video today, and if you maybe have some recommendations for our future videos. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!